Previously, if a citizen of the United States of America decided to come to Nigeria and marry a Nigerian, immediately, because of that marriage, you automatically a citizen of that country, as in through some other processes and all that. But as we speak now, there are a lot of checks on some of all these things. But in Nigeria, this still stands. So through registration, you can become a citizen of Nigeria by marriage. So a person is a Nigerian if married to a citizen of Nigeria, is of full age and capacity and born outside Nigeria, but any of the grandparents is a citizen of Nigeria. Probably you are born outside of the nation, you are not born here, but your grandparents, we can trace your forefathers, we can trace your grandparents that they are from Nigeria. It is also possible. So it is expected that persons are of good character. So above all, you must be of good character, have shown the intention to be domiciled in Nigeria. So you cannot claim you want to be a Nigerian, but you are not ready to live in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, and are willing to make a useful contribution to the advancement, progress, and well-being of Nigeria. You must be ready to be a responsible citizen. You must be ready to abide by the rules and regulations, by the law. You must be a law-abiding citizen if truly you want to become a citizen of another country through registration. So the Federal Republic of Nigeria stipulates fundamental rights which our citizens should enjoy, which our citizens should do what? Should enjoy. So there are some fundamental human rights that because you're a citizen of Nigeria, you must enjoy some rights. You have right to property, you have life to right, you have rights to do a lot of things, but you don't have right over another person's life. We are going to be expatiating, we are going to be explaining, we are going to be talking about all of this. So these are basically in line with the United Nations 1949 Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So the right of Nigerian citizens are stipulated in the Constitution are right to life, dignity of the human person, personal liberty, fair hearing. Yes, if anything happen, for example, if there's need for any arrest, somebody cannot just arrest you and the next thing you find yourself in the prison. There is what is called a fair hearing, whether through yourself or through your lawyer. So if any charges is against you, you must be allowed to what? Explain yourself. Private and family life. You have right to private and family life. Freedom of thought, yes. Conscience and religion. Nobody, as far as Nigeria is concerned, Nigeria is a secular nation. Nobody can force you to become Christian. Nobody can force you to become Muslim. Nobody can force you to become a traditionalist. You have freedom of thought, freedom of conscience, and then religion. You can choose the religion that you that you so pleased with, that you are so pleased with. Freedom of expression and the press. Peaceful assembly and association. You can belong to any association so long the association is registered with CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, and they are law-abiding people, or they are law-abiding group of people coming together, you are free to be part. That is why in Nigeria we have NANS, National Association of Nigerian Students. We have what is called the NUT. We have what is called ASU, the association that governs the universities. We have a lot of associations. They are allowed because our constitution allows that. They are allowed because our constitutions allow that. We have what is called freedom of expression. You can express yourself through the press. Yes. So long what you are saying can be verifiable. You can express yourself. If you're a citizen of Nigeria, you can come up, you can gather yourself together to express your dissatisfaction with the governance of the present government. You are allowed. Peaceful assembly and association, freedom of movement. You can move freely from Lagos to Abuja. Yes. You can move freely from Sokoto to Maiduguri. You are supposed to be able to move freely. So that is why you see the government fighting every day to put an end to this issue of Boko Haram, that want to bring a kind of impediment, that want to bring a kind of a problem, that want to bring a kind of restriction to people's movement. People can no longer live where they choose to live in the northeast, in part of the north. Even not only in the northern part now, they are now entering different type of places. That is not according to the law. That is why they cannot boldly come out to show themselves. Yes, that is why they cannot boldly come out to register themselves with the government, because what they are doing is anti-people movement. So people can come up against such movement. We have what is called freedom, freedom from discrimination. Whether you are an albino, whether you are short, whether you are tall, there's what is called freedom from discrimination. You should not be discriminated against. No one should be able to you. In fact, because you are a man or you are a woman, no one should be able to, take advantage on you. So we have all of these. Also, the poverty of Nigerian citizens shall not be compulsorily taken into possession by the government, except we are talking about property now. Property of Nigerian citizens shall not be compulsorily taken into possession by the government, except in the manner prescribed by law. That's in the law. That's Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1979. But so long that you are a law-abiding citizen, so long that you respect yourself, so long that you work within the ambience of the law, there is you have right to own property anywhere in Nigeria. You have right to own property anywhere in Nigeria, and the property will carry your name. Yes, we have that freedom. On the other hand, citizens of Nigeria also have obligations to fulfill to the Nigerian state. So, yes, you have all this right to enjoy. You also have, obligations to fulfill to Nigerian state. These include paying of taxes. If you have right that you need to enjoy, you have right to good roads, you have right to good life. You now have something that you need to pay back to the government. Is give and take. So I say, on the other hand, citizens of Nigeria also have obligations to fulfill to the Nigerian state. These include paying taxes. You must pay your tax if you are of age. Immediately you start a business, yes, you must pay your tax from whatever you are earning. If you are earning salary, you must pay your tax. You must be able to obey the laws. Assisting law enforcement agents in their functions. If you live in an environment and some people are there, they are not law abiding. If you live in an environment that you suspect some people, you suspect their movement, you suspect that things are not going nowhere, you can provide information to the law enforcement agent, but you have to do this in wisdom. That's what I will say. But it's part of your what? Your responsibility. Assisting law enforcement agents in their functions. Loyalty to the government of the day. You must be loyal to the government of the day. You must not be rude to the government of the day. Participation in the political process. Yes, you must be able to participate in the political process. You must be ready to vote and be voted for. Let me say that again. You must be ready to vote and be voted for. It is your right to vote and be voted for. So if you want to contest for an election, it is your right. It is your right. If you want to anything when it comes to the law, so long that you are not going against the law, you don't have any problem. So you need to participate in what? In the electoral processes, in political processes, readiness to serve in the armed forces. You must be ready to serve in the armed forces. I remember years back that my dad used to tell us a story of how all of them, they'll just come to a particular community. You are a good looking person, you don't have any problem, your leg is functioning well. The next thing, you find yourself in the armed forces. You have to be ready to protect your father's land. So whenever called upon, you must be ready to serve in the armed forces as a Nigerian. Yes, yes, very important. Willingness to participate in the National Youth Service. So as a student, you must be ready to participate in the National Youth Service. You must be able to go for your service, and that is why in JPTS we mobilize all our students for service. We mobilize our students for service so long you are still under the age that you can serve. So a program compulsory for all youth graduates from institutions of higher learning. Respect for the national flag. You must have respect for the national flag. Anytime you see that the national anthem is being raised, you must be able to stand still wherever you are to respect the national flag, the national anthem. You must be able to take pride in singing the national anthem. These are your obligations. These are your own responsibilities. Yes, obeying the content of the anthem. You must be able to obey the content of the anthem and other national symbols. So let's quickly look at this now as we round out today's lecture. Yes, let's look at the concept of citizenship education. The concept of citizenship education. Education, formal, non-formal. Informal is a vehicle through which citizens can learn the right attitude. Yes, we're talking about citizenship education. We have formal, non-formal. So informal is a vehicle through which citizens can learn the right attitudes and value system of their citizens. Citizenship education is a deliberate preparation. You look at that, like what we are doing now, is a deliberate preparation of citizens to be aware of their social, civil, and political rights in the state, as well as their duties and responsibilities towards the state. Yes, so it is a systematic and orderly method of transmitting knowledge. That's citizenship education now. Citizenship education. Yes, like what we are doing now, to transfer knowledge, skills, positive political, economical, social, and administrative cultures to the citizens of what? To the citizens of the state for national development. Evidence of effective citizenship education should be shown by people's compe ten ce in exhibiting appropriate personal values based on sound knowledge, moral and ethical decision making, and participation in public effort and activities that contributes to community and nation building. So this should be lifelong education. This should be what? Lifelong education. This should be lifelong education. Please don't forget this. This should be what? It should be continuous education. It should be continuous education. So we said in public effort and activities that contribute to community and nation building. We said this should be a lifelong education and should cover all educational levels and ages. So in the former school system, citizenship education should be taught from where? From preschool. Yes, it should be taught from preschool to tertiary education. It should be a lifelong learning. So the non-formal, that's the non-formal school system, it should be implemented within the adult education program that is similar to indigenous way of preparing citizens for effective living in the society. So adult education has become more than a right, according to Hamburg, his declaration of July 1997. He says adult education has become more than a right and should prepare people for effective citizenship. That's according to Hamburg. He said adult education has become more than a right. Look at that now. And should prepare for effective citizenship. He said the educated adults should exhibit active citizenship and full participation in society for fostering ecologically sustainable development, promoting democracy, justice, gender equality, equity, and what? Scientific, social, and economic development, and for building a world in which violent conflict is replaced by dialogue. Yes, instead of violent conflict should be replaced by what? Dialogue. We must be able to what? Come together and dialogue. And a culture of peace based on what? Justice. So in Nigeria, in recognition of the importance of adult education, the policy on adult and non-formal education was incorporated in the National Policy in Education in 1977, which was reviewed in 1981. It was what? Reviewed in 1981. The policy on adults and non-formal education was incorporated in the National Policy in Education in 1977, and it was what? Reviewed in 1981 and 1998 respectively. So the areas emphasized in the policy were functional literacy education. Were what? Functional literacy education, remedial, in service, on the job, vocational and professional training, artistic, cultural and civic education for young people and adults outside the formal school system. Now, we are going to continue in our next class from lifelong learning. That's where we are going to continue from in our next class. Lifelong learning. What is it all about? We are going to be looking at that, and we are going to be looking at factors promoting citizenship education in Nigeria. We are going to be looking at all of this because it's important that you know your rights as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is important that you know your right. It is important that you know what you are doing. And again, you need to know how to become citizen of another what country. So we are going to be looking at steps towards citizenship education in Nigeria. All of these are things that we are going to be looking at in our next class. So I want to say uh, I wish you happy new month in advance. As you get yourself prepared, you are welcome to this semester, and I want you to know that this semester is a great one. Be ready for learning. You are also welcome to this prestigious institution. In this place, you are going to be learning a lot of things. Sincerely speaking, you are going to be learning a lot. So I want you to prepare yourself as a good student that will become good ambassadors of JPTS. We want to be proud of you anytime we see you. So we want you to be a law-abiding citizen.